Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 have only been out for a few days, and there's already a ton of new theory videos and lore analyses floating about, all trying to pick apart the new content we've been given and seeing if there are any connections or clues for future chapters. However, one thing that I noticed that I haven't seen anyone else talk about is the song Raise Up Your Bat, which is the song you have to Friday Night Funkin' through in one of Tenna's game show segments. Now, I know that the title of the video says that the song is about Des, but looking back, I think it's less about her and more so connected to her in some way. I should preface that this theory subscribes to the Des is the Night theory, which I'll touch on in a minute. Let's start off with the basics. The song is called Raise Up Your Bat. Des apparently used to have a wiffle ball bat, according to Noelle, when you talked to her at the end of chapter 1 before going home. I understand that this could just be a coincidence, but there's more to back this theory up. Based off of what her room looks like in chapter 4 and the items we find in her room, Raise Up Your Bat sounds exactly like the kind of song Des would have listened to, or perhaps even written if the handmade posters on her closet and the dented microphone are anything to go by. We know that Des liked punk rock music based off of the CDs in her room, and that she herself was a punk rock kind of person, having stocked up army rations and other knickknacks, along with her room looking very different from the rest of the house, the dark and gloomy aesthetic contrasting with the bright and cheery interior that's present throughout the rest of the mansion. You know what else is punk rock? The performance that the game gives for Raise Up Your Bat. The lyrics of Raise Up Your Bat sound typically punk rock as well, but the chorus specifically stands out to me. Come follow me into the dark with your heart as the arc which shall shine you the way, because I'm with you in the dark with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way through the waves. Remember how I said this theory subscribes to the Des is the Night theory? This is where that comes into play. Near the end of chapter 4, the gang changed after the night when they neared the dark fountain, having to follow them into the dark. Come follow me into the dark. Eventually, it gets so dark that the gang can't see where they're going, and Chris's soul starts emanating a light so they can see properly and move forward with their mission. With your heart as the arc which shall shine you the way. Chris's soul is obviously in the shape of a heart. As they progress forward, they get attacked by waves of the knight's swords, first initially aiming for Chris's soul as its bright and visible target. Obviously, the knight is ahead of the gang in the dark, unable to be seen, but still able to attack. Because I'm with you in the dark with your heart as my mark, which shall guide you the way through the waves. His soul is guiding the gang through the waves of the knight's attacks. In my opinion, the chorus of the song very clearly predicts or recounts this specific segment in chapter 4. I think the pre-chorus of the song has connections too, but I think those connections stretch beyond the chapters we have as of right now, so it would all be very much educated guesses and crazy theorizing. And finally, the last piece of evidence that I think really backs up my theory that Raise Up Your Bat is connected to Des. When you first enter Des's room, the track The Distance Between the Two starts playing. Right off the bat, if you'll pardon the pun, the song sounds familiar, almost as if we've heard it before. Well, that's because we have. The Distance Between the Two uses the same leitmotif that the chorus in Raise Up Your Bat uses. You know, the chorus where the lyrics seem to predict a specific part of chapter 4. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Now obviously, the distance between the two is much more slow-paced and less energetic than Raise Up Your Bat, but the leitmotif used is very loud and very clear. I know it's not much, but the evidence all lines up. Des having used a bat in her past, her being very punk rock as seen by her room, the chorus about being the near end of chapter 4, and the same leitmotif being used when you enter her room. This theory also backs up the pre-existing theory that Des is the Night, which has only gotten stronger with the new chapters providing bucket loads of evidence and clues. And wouldn't you know it, the Knight's sword looks like a bat when it's held at a certain angle. Interesting. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my yap. Please don't throw rocks at me. This is my first time doing a video like this. Okay, bye!